Welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're tackling the ultimate beginner's guide to a completely fresh start for your PC. We're going to walk through installing Windows 11 in the year 2026. Whether you're building a brand new rig from scratch or wiping an older system to get back that snappy peak performance, this is your direct, step-by-step blueprint to conquering what can seem like a totally intimidating technical task.
Now you might be wondering, is installing Windows 11 harder than it looks? I know, setting up a PC, dealing with BIOS menus, and formatting drives can definitely trigger some anxiety. It's totally normal to worry about making a wrong click and messing things up, but here's the good news. Microsoft has streamlined this whole process so much for 2026. We're going to break down this entire workflow so easily, you'll be executing a clean install with absolute confidence. No sweat.
Okay, let's dive into this. We've got a simple four-phase roadmap today so you know exactly what to expect. First, the requirements and pre-flight check. Second, prepping your installation tools. Third, the core installation process. And lastly, Phase 4, final setup and launch. So kicking things off with Phase 1, requirements and pre-flight check, ensuring your PC is actually ready because, every successful mission has to start with a thorough check of the hardware. Now, these aren't just arbitrary numbers Microsoft threw out there. These are the essential building blocks for running Windows 11. You'll need at least 4 gigabytes of RAM just to keep those background processes purring. For storage, you're looking at a minimum of 64 gigabytes to house the OS itself. Then there's TPM 2.0. This is absolutely crucial. It's essentially a highly secure digital vault for your system's security keys. And finally, you've got to have a compatible 64-bit processor. If you check off these 4 boxes, your hardware is primed and ready. Moving right along to Phase 2, prepping your installation tools, gathering those magic items. Time to shift into action mode. Let's move to the prep sequence and see how this builds step by step. First up, you'll head over to the official Microsoft site and grab the latest 2026 Windows 11 ISO file. Next, pop a USB drive into your computer. Just make sure it's at least 8 gigabytes of capacity. Third, open up a utility like Rufus, or you can just use Microsoft's own media creation tool, whichever you prefer. Fourth, point it to that ISO file you just downloaded and select the GPT partition scheme. And step 5, just hit start. You're literally turning an everyday USB drive into your master boot key. All right, we are entering the third and most crucial phase, the core installation process. It's time to do the deed. Don't worry, I'm right here with you for this part. First, restart your PC. As it wakes up, you're going to repeatedly tap F12, Escape, or the Delete key. Motherboards can be a bit quirky and use different keys, so just keep an eagle eye on that splash screen as it boots. Once the boot menu pops up, select your shiny new USB drive. The Windows setup screen will load right up. Go ahead and click Install Now. You'll pick your language, choose your Windows edition, and then click Custom Install so we get a perfectly clean slate. Finally, select your main storage drive and hit Format. Whoa, okay, stop right there. Red alert for a second. This is the critical point of no return. The screen will warn you. This will erase all data on the selected drive, and they mean it. When you format that drive, every single document, every photo, all your old programs, poof, they are permanently deleted to make way for your fresh 2026 setup. So please make sure anything you actually care about is backed up somewhere else before you confirm that format command. Once you click it, you are fully committed. Okay, deep breath. Once you've formatted the drive and hit Next, Windows completely takes the wheel. The automated installation is going to take anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes. It honestly depends entirely on the speed of your processor and your storage drive. So your work here is done for a bit. The machine's doing the heavy lifting, transferring the data. It's probably going to restart itself a couple of times, which is totally expected, so don't panic if the screen goes black. We made it to Phase 4, final setup and launch. The finishing touches. The hardest technical hurdles are entirely behind you now. And this brilliantly illustrates the industry standard out-of-box experience, or what we call the OOB. It's basically a rapid-fire sequence of simple configurations. Minute 1, you pick your geographic region. Minute 2, lock in your keyboard layout. Minute 3, get connected to your Wi-Fi network. Minute 4, secure the whole thing by linking a Microsoft account or just setting up a local offline one. It's a super linear, straightforward flow to get your preferences dialed in fast. Boom, you hit the desktop. But wait, once you see that fresh Windows 11 wallpaper, there is one last, absolutely crucial step: installing your drivers and running those Windows updates. This is the secret sauce that guarantees your 2026 machine runs flawlessly. Updates give you the absolute latest security patches, and your specific drivers ensure that your graphics card, your audio interface, and your networking components are all talking perfectly to the new operating system. Seriously, do not bypass this step.
And with that, you are officially done. You successfully navigated the hardware checks, built the bootable media, conquered the BIOS menus, and nailed the system settings. You took what looked like a daunting, complicated process and you mastered it cleanly and efficiently. So now that your system is fully built, running flawlessly on a clean installation, what will you create next? Your digital workspace is completely optimized and ready to go. Go build something amazing. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.